So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We're back again with another live stream, a live stream that I didn't expect to be doing, if I'm honest. Not especially about this topic, about Premier League games being cancelled. I thought we were going to be sitting here having a little chin wag about football and about games coming up, games gone by last night, etc., etc. And here we are talking about yet more Premier League football being cancelled. Like we've not had enough football cancelled in the last couple of years. Big up to Anthony, man. 2 minutes with respect. Get on with the games. Once again, football gets singled out, bro. I totally agree. And the Premier League have basically made their decision. The statement that they put out there today, after the government, by the way, said that the football can continue. But the Premier League decided, as a mark of respect to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, this weekend's Premier League match round will be postponed. At a meeting this morning, the Premier League clubs paid tribute to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II to honour her extraordinary life and contribution to the nation. And as a mark of respect, this weekend's Premier League match round will be postponed, including Monday evening's game. Further updates regarding the Premier League fixtures during the period of mourning will be provided in due course. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, the state funeral is apparently the 19th, I believe. That's when I see it on. I don't know if that's been officially announced. And to be honest, the date that I see seemed a bit off-key to me, if I'm honest. Surely that should be next weekend, which would be what, the 17th? 17th? Unless they do it on a Monday, which is the 19th. If that is the case and it was still on a Monday, let's assume it's still on the Monday. Next weekend's games are getting cancelled as well, by the way. And then after that, we now have an international break. So we now have no football until the 1st of October in the Premier League. Yes, there will probably still be Europa League. That is the UEFA competition. And as far as I'm aware, UEFA are going to continue with the games. So next Thursday, we'd probably still be playing PSV, but the Premier League games are going to be cancelled by the looks of it. This weekend's games are cancelled. So the game against Everton, literally all the Premier League games that were due to be taking place tomorrow, cancelled like that. When they put out respect in their statement, well, it wasn't out of respect for the thousands upon thousands of travelling fans from overseas, the thousands upon probably millions that have got train tickets, hotels and stuff like that booked around the country. This goes all the way down to grassroots football, by the way. I've just spoken to Ola, and his kids' game this weekend's cancelled as well. Kind of mad, really, isn't it? Imagine if you'd never been to a game or have been to a game, and you've booked flights, you've booked accommodation, you've booked time off work, you've booked your train tickets, you're looking forward to going and seeing your team play. And then all of a sudden, bang, we're cancelling Premier League football, which I just find baffling. I genuinely don't understand the reason behind this. You know, at the end of the day, it just seems once again that the average Joe working class person gets stung in the pocket again. Because now what's going to happen is that the football club are not going to reimburse you. And by the way, the statement says that at a meeting this morning, the Premier League clubs paid tribute. And then it says, and as a mark of respect, this weekend's games. So the Premier League clubs have voted en masse for a suspension of this weekend's games. It's not just like the Premier League just went, cool, we're cancelling it. All Premier League clubs would have agreed on this. Or if not all of them, it would have been a majority, which has now made it a thing. So no disrespect, right? But why is it once again football fans are being put in the mud? Why is it once again the working class man or woman is being told they can't have fun at the weekend? Like, it makes no sense. Out of mark of respect, why everyone should just not go to work today then, or go to school today? You know, because it seems like the only people that don't have to go to work this week are the footballers that get paid millions, because rugby's still going ahead. The Great North Run is still going ahead. There'll be other sporting events going ahead. There'll be events going across the whole nation that are already planned, comedy acts, music events, etc., etc. All the restaurants, bars and hotels will still be open. The schools will be open today. They are. All the companies that operate out of the UK will be working and will be operating and will be doing their business as per usual. But the football fan that wants to go and have his or hers released from the day-to-day grind of life, no, you're not allowed to do that because we've decided as multi-billionaire football owners, as football managers, hierarchy, whatever it may be, we've just decided we're cancelling football today. And bear in mind, after the last couple of years, this world has seen, I find this decision extraordinary. It's actually mind-blowing that after all of what this country, as well as other countries, have gone through in terms of the way the world has been, with no football as well, taking away the one thing that a lot of people live for from day to day, week to week, I find it extraordinary that this decision has been taken. It is actually mind-blowing. And like I said, for anyone who's joined late, apparently, I'm going to Google it in a second, but apparently the state funeral is going to be next week, next weekend, or maybe the Monday after, which means there'll be no round the Premier League football that weekend either. So there's no football for 2 weeks as far as I see it. And then there's an international break. So now the next Premier League fixtures for Arsenal, for example, are Tottenham at home, Liverpool at home. On the flip side, Liverpool fans are loving life, but they don't see themselves as English anyway. I'm joking before you Scousers come for me. But yeah, smash the likes up. There's over 1,000 people watching this. It's mad. Other sports are going ahead. The rest of the country has to work, but the players can't. But the players can't play. What about the people who pay for travel, hotels, etc., bro? It's mad. I think Del Boy Gunner TV. I think he's booked a hotel. He's booked flights from Ireland, match day tickets for the Everton game, and just like that, bang, cancelled. Yeah, it's mad. It is actually insane. Yeah, and listen, it is what it is. Yeah, like we can't change it, but we can have an opinion on it. And if you go to the actual tweet that the Premier League have posted out, you'll be hard pressed to find anyone who's actually agreeing with this, by the way. There's nearly 20,000 quote tweets on it. And pretty much all of the ones that I've read today are going nuts. Yeah, going nuts. But there's a lot of Liverpool fans out there that are happy with it. A lot of other teams, fans that will be happy with it because their teams are not in a good place at the moment. Obviously, Arsenal fans are peed off because we're doing pretty well at the minute. We're top of the league. We won last night, albeit that was a snooze fest, by the way. But Arsenal fans want to keep playing the games. Everton, Brentford, then go to your international break. We should still be top of the league. We should still win both of them games. You know, so it's mad. But what I do find funny is last night when the news broke, I was sitting there saying, well, we're watching a game, mate. Yeah. Oh, you've got no compassion. Well, I ain't interested in the royal family. It's not something that I take interest in. Yeah, there's millions of people that feel likewise, by the way. Sad that she's died. It's sad when anybody dies, whether you know the person or not. If they're in the public domain, it's out there and a lot of people will mourn for them, which is cool. We're not stopping people doing that. I ain't stopping anyone doing that. If you want to do that, do that. It's not for me. I don't know the woman. I don't have any interest in anything that they do. Sad that she's gone. But listen, she had a good life. 96 years old, mate. I don't think I'll live that long, especially if top gooners and super fans get hold of me anyway. But it looks like there's going to be no football now, people. And yeah, mad. La Liga will still go on, mate, because so will all the other leagues around the world, so we can watch them leagues. It's mad, isn't it? How long is it cancelled for? As it stands, just this weekend. But I'm going to Google it right now and see when the state funeral is, because I believe that weekend the games will be cancelled as well. I remember when Diana passed away, all games that weekend were cancelled for her funeral. So let me have a look. Let's have a look. Smash the likes up, guys. You can do it, guys. Let's have a look. 2 hours ago, the BBC News website has put this out. Let's see if there's an actual date in place. If anyone does know if there is a date in place, just put it in the chat. It'd be quicker because I can't see it on this article. But if anyone knows, just whack it in the chat. Big up to Luke Morrison. Spot on, Lee. I was going to the game on Sunday. First time in years. Ain't easy for me to organise time for myself as a single parent. If this gets rescheduled for midweek, I won't be able to go. Bro, unfortunately for you, my friend, it's going to be rescheduled for next year. Probably midweek as well, mate, because the fixture list between now and the World Cup is chock-a-block. There's no way in a million years we can fit these two games in. It's normally 10 days after passing. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. So it'll be the 18th or 19th then, which is next weekend stroke Monday. Obviously, yesterday was the 8th. So yeah, the 18th. So it'll be the Saturday, Sunday or Monday then. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Good Nat, God Nat in the chat who put that in. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, unfortunately for you, Luke, it'll be rescheduled for next year. And this is the thing that the Premier League did never take into account when cancelling fixtures or rescheduling fixtures at the last minute, right? They never take into account the fans that are traveling from far and wide, whether it be from one part of the UK or from overseas. Now imagine there's somebody that's like yourself, a single parent, that's now looking to go to a game and now it's been cancelled, just like that. You've now spent the money out on a hotel or trains. You've definitely spent money out on the ticket and travel. So train, and I know trains ain't cheap in England, mate. I know they are not cheap. So let's say you've done the best part of 200 notes, yeah? And that's just for you, whether you're taking the kids or not, yeah? That's just for you, mate, for the ticket and the travel from wherever you're living, yeah? All right. Now, you've got to try and get the train ticket reimbursed. And they'll say, well, you can have the ticket for the match for the next time it's played. But then the next time it's played, you might not be able to go. You can have the train ticket reimbursed in the way of a credit, no doubt, because they'll never probably reimburse you the money. Yeah, because they want you to carry on. So, oh, well, we'll give you a credit with us that you can use next time. No, give me my money back, mate. Yeah, it's mad, bro. I feel so bad for people that have done that, man. El Nenian Party will be available in October. Bring it on, Tottenham and Liverpool, says Abdi. Unfortunately for us, mate, I think Thiago, Fabinho, Henderson and many more will be fit for them as well. I hope you're well, buddy. Appreciate that. It's crap to have a World Cup in November. Money talks and BS walks, bro. The Premier League has to reimburse the fans. They simply have to. There's a lot of angry people in this chat, man, and rightly so as well, because look, at the end of the day, if you phoned up work today and said, no, I'm not coming in, I'm mourning, you'd probably get potted. Do you know what I'm saying? You'd probably get potted. Yeah, if every single business, whether it be a drinking establishment, a food establishment, etc., in England just said today, we're shut, mate. The whole country grinds to a halt. We're all shut. Every single thing's shut. Then what do? It's madness. It is actually madness. The Everton game will be played in January, probably. Well, it's definitely not going to be played this year. Yeah, I think that's factual based off of what we're looking at in terms of fixture list. And then World Cup. There's no way they're going to be able to fit that game in. Yeah, we've got 9 games in October. We've got games in November before the World Cup. There's no way they can fit that game in. Then you have the World Cup. The first game after that is then Boxing Day. There's no way they can fit these 2 games in before Christmas. Impossible. So the game's now going to be rescheduled for next year. That's insane. Just like that, they've decided at a meeting today with all the Premier League clubs, bish, bash, bosh, we're cancelling it. Anything to cancel the enjoyment for people like us. Yeah, I find it scandalous. I find it pathetic. I find it embarrassing. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's going to be, yeah, exactly. There's another one. Where is it? Where's it gone? Will the bookies be refunding the gamblers? Exactly. No, what they'll do is they'll say the bet holds for when the game's rescheduled. That's what they'll do, because now everyone's got your money, ain't they? Yeah, and this is the problem. Yeah, if everyone's got your money, now you've got to fight to get it back. And when you're fighting to get it back, it's now costing you money, because these phone numbers that you're ringing probably ain't free numbers. So now you're running up your phone bill to try and speak to somebody. You're sitting on hold for an hour to get told, oh, we can give you a credit. It's embarrassing, man. At the end of the day, you know, all TV programs on TV stopping. They're not, are they? It's madness. It's actually insane. Yeah, not everyone is a royalist. Not everyone is interested in the royal family. Not everyone is interested in politics. Not everyone is interested in it at all. And a lot of these people are taking their kids to the game for the first time ever. They're going to their first game ever. A lot of these people have made arrangements to maybe go and meet up with family members they haven't seen at the game, and it's the first time they've been able to go for a long time, or a weekend in London, but we're going to go and watch the game coming from overseas. I find it mad. Yeah, and when these clubs, and it is the clubs, yeah, because the Premier League would have not done that without consulting the clubs. It says it in the statement. Yeah, and these clubs have all voted. Yeah, so when you're sitting there twerking for your football club, making out these football clubs give a shit, they don't. Yeah, if they did, they wouldn't have done this, would they? And I'll tell you something, Arsenal, yeah, and I know they watch these streams, they watch everything. Yeah, they better be reimbursing people that now can't make it to that Everton and Brentford game. Yeah, they better be reimbursing people. So you should be able to offer them as a multi-billion-pound business, because you like to pretend you're a business instead of a football club. Yeah, how about you reimburse every single person that had a ticket for the Everton and Brentford game. Yeah, not in a credit, you give them their money back. Yeah, and if it's a season ticket, when it stays on the ticket. But if it's somebody that's actually purchased it on a membership, a silver membership or a red membership, yeah, or is it the purple membership for a child? Yeah, give them their money back. Yeah, give them their money back, and then let them decide when that's rescheduled, whether they decide that they want to go again. But I bet they won't. It'll just be a credit on the account. Oh, the ticket's available for when it's rescheduled, knowing that a lot of these people will not be able to make it. These flight companies, by the way, a lot of people ain't getting their money back on that. If you're coming from Australia or America, oh my days, I feel so bad for you. Yeah, coming from Ireland is still quite expensive, but coming from Australia, America, and India, and Singapore, and places like that, that is super expensive to book a flight, a return flight. It is actually mad. It is mad. NFL's still on, of course it is. All European football's still on, by the sounds of it, mate. It's only the English football again that gets cancelled, because that's what we do. After the last couple of years in this country, mate, I would have thought that people would have stood up a little bit more and grown a backbone, but obviously not. Arsenal will most likely blame this bizarre you should have put bizarre event. It would have made it sound better. Will most likely blame this event if they lose first place of the league. Well, let me tell you something, my friend. The first game in the Premier League we will have based on this is going to be Tottenham at home, followed by Liverpool at home. By which time, yes, we may have Thomas Partey back. Not sure we'll have El Neni back, but we'll have Thomas Partey back, no doubt. Smith Rowe will probably be back. And the only player we'll have missing is probably going to be Mohamed El Neni. We always beat Tottenham at home. I expect that to be the same this season. Liverpool, though, they're going to have pretty much all of their players that are injured back. Yeah, madness. Actually, madness. Big up to Dermot Doyle in the chat. Amazing how this winter hundreds of thousands of elderly in the UK will struggle to cope with the price of living. Well, exactly, bro. Exactly. If I speak, I'm in big trouble, bro. So I'm trying to keep it strictly to football because there's a lot of things I could say, but I'm not going to. I'll keep that for the Telegram groups. But there we go. Did they cancel football for the MEN attack? No, which way was also? What's the MEN attack, bro? Am I being blonde here? Am I being blonde? I genuinely don't know what that is. Don Vargas, just seen your comment. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Big up DJ Crane in the building. Come on, love, bro, always. There's 1,800 people watching this. For anyone who has joined late, Premier League games this weekend have been cancelled. In fact, all football has been cancelled, even down to grassroots football has been cancelled. Sad what's happened. One person has passed away. Millions now have to suffer. Madness. It is insane. Stop smoking inside. Bro, I've got all of my patio doors open. It's about 30 degrees. There's a nice fresh breeze coming through. And I've got a lovely plug-in down there that smells of strawberries. Oh, dear. Oh, the MEN Arena. Oh, okay. I was being blonde. Thank you. Exactly. Yes. Bro, this is the thing, man. I don't want to go down this route of digging out single events and stuff like that. Yeah, and I've got to be careful what I say on certain platforms. But at the end of the day, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't care about this. Yeah, with all due respect, there's a lot of people that go, oh, okay. You know, it's not like it was back in the 50s or the 60s or the 70s where there was, or even the 70s and 80s and 90s where there was a lot more people that were royalists and into politics and stuff like that. There's a lot more people in this modern era and this modern society that genuinely don't care. Yeah, and you know, fair play to them. If that's what they want to choose to do, cool. But at the end of the day, what has that got to do with football? Yes, show respect, of course. Yeah, have a 2-minute silence, belt out the national anthem, every stadium. And I feel like if you had all full stadiums this weekend and next weekend, okay, next weekend, I kind of get it if it is a state funeral. I understand that. Every time there's a state funeral, football does get cancelled pretty much. So, cool. But to do it this weekend as well, mad. Have some respect. Respect for what? I don't know it, mate. Have some respect for what? Well, I've now got to sit there and watch this all over the news all weekend and all week for the next 2 weeks. I don't know. Luckily, I don't own a TV. So yeah, social media is going to be rife with it. But don't you think it would have been more productive and more respectful to have full stadiums this weekend when, let's be real, England is the home of football, that that they have the national anthem bellowing out around the stadiums. Everyone can show their respects. Everyone can sit there and show their gratitude if that's what they want to do, or whatever feeling and emotion they have. They can do that in a stadium, and then whilst watching a game that they have travelled from around the world, near and far, to go and watch something that gives them a release from their day-to-day struggles in life, especially when there's a lot of people that are struggling mentally, emotionally, financially. And football is the only way out for some of these people. Yeah, I find it baffling. I really do. I shouldn't know, because it's happened before. It's happened before. And there we go. And like I said a few months ago, when everyone was sitting there saying, well, the football stadiums are louder now. Yeah, they are louder because people appreciate going to football more now, because they had 2 years where they couldn't really go to football. And I said on a stream only recently, I said, you never know when you're not going to go to football again. And here we are 2, 3, 4 weeks later with people not being able to go to football again. Yeah, at the end of the day, football is a release for a lot of people. It really is. You know, RIP to my friend Claude. He lived for football. Yeah, as soon as one game's done, right, okay, let's talk about it. Let's do a stream, Gunner. Oh, Gunner, come on my stream. Oh, I'm going to get so-and-so on my stream. His whole life was dedicated to football. Yeah, and going to matches, whether he liked the manager or some of the players or not, that was a release from all the other crap going on in life. Yeah, and for the Premier League and the Premier League football teams, which, let's be real, have taken this decision. So let's not pretend Arsenal and all the other 19 Premier League clubs have not had a say in this, because they have. Yeah, I find it absolutely embarrassing, is probably the best word. It's mad. It's actually mad. This comment's spot on as well. Yeah, but unfortunately, mate, this is the world we live in. You know, we've seen people losing their jobs for speaking out about certain things. You know, I don't particularly like Trevor Sinclair. I don't particularly listen to hardly anything he says. The geezer's deactivated his account and is likely going to get sacked. You know, TalkSport issued a statement last night saying, we're trying to get hold of Trevor Sinclair. Well, so you decided to embarrass him all over your Twitter page to 1.9 million followers. Why don't you just ring him? Yeah, and send him a text saying, call me. And now he's going to lose his job. Whether you agree with what he said or not, it was his opinion. Yeah, and he was doing it on his own personal Twitter account. Yeah, to the point where he's now been bombarded and is most likely lost his job already today. I don't know, because I don't listen to TalkSport. Yeah, but let's be real. There's other people that work at TalkSport that have done other things in the past. I'm not going to name names, but I think we all know who they are, that have done things that they probably shouldn't have done or said, and they're still working and employed at that company. Listen, they can employ who they like. It's not my company. Yeah, but to single out somebody for having his own opinion on his own personal Twitter account, yeah, that's the world we live in, unfortunately, mate. And if you don't conform, non-conformity is not allowed anymore. You know, if you have a difference of opinion, look at me with Arteta. Soon, if I go through some of the comments on my fan cam last night, or some of the comments on player ratings, or some of the comments on the watch along, and some of the comments on other streams, non-conformity, cancel him, cancel him, cancel him. How about accept other people's opinions? And if you don't like their opinions, stop following them, stop watching them. Yeah, stop giving them attention. Stop going to view their content. Stop going to view their Twitter pages. If you don't like something that somebody said, I don't like EastEnders, I don't watch it. Yeah, is that being cancelled? Is that being cancelled? Does anyone know if that's on tonight? I don't know. I ain't got a TV. I feel for the burger van people. Imagine depending on paying your bills on burgers, and now you can't. Well, listen, I might be laughing, but yeah, you're right. All the local businesses that Arsenal have actively been trying to shove down everyone's throat, that they're caring the community plan, they couldn't care less, mate. Real talk, they couldn't care less. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. They genuinely could not care less. If they cared, yeah, they will reimburse every single Arsenal fan that is not a season ticket holder. They will reimburse every single Arsenal fan that money for that ticket. Yeah. Okay, cool. I understand they probably ain't going to reimburse them for the travel. But if they were caring for the community, the Arsenal family, and it's not just Arsenal, by the way, it's all the other 19 clubs in the league. If they genuinely cared and genuinely wanted to show respect, well, they'd show respect to the thousands and millions of people that travel up and down the country and across the world to watch our beautiful game. Yeah, the game that England invented, yeah, the national game of England. Yeah, these Premier League clubs that are all raking in billions of pounds every single season would show respect to the millions of people that watch it by traveling to and from other countries, England, wherever, to the stadiums around the country to go and watch that game. They would reimburse them every single penny they've lost if they can prove that they've lost that money via receipts, emails, and stuff like that. So that's what I'd be saying. If I was in charge of one of these clubs, I'd be saying, cool, the games go ahead. But I'm not in charge of Arsenal. I'm not in charge of Bournemouth and Brighton and all these other clubs that have all taken this decision collectively to cancel football this weekend. I think it's mad. I really do. Meanwhile, a lot of people, including me, are going to work, yet football's got a day off. Exactly, Mirak. Exactly, my friend. So I'm saying, yeah, multi-millionaire footballers, multi-billion pound football clubs get a day off. But the working person, the working class guy or girl, still got to go work today to now try and cover the money that these billionaires and millionaires have cost them by cancelling football this weekend. Makes no sense. But it's the way of the world, unfortunately, mate. It's actually mad. But what do we know? What do we know? Anyway, smash the likes up. Over 2,000 of you guys in here. Keep pumping these likes up, people. Nearly 400. Big up to everyone who's chucking donations in as well. I do appreciate that. Big up to everyone chucking chats in. Let's go through some of these chats. Is this guy ever happy? Yeah, when I'm not talking about football, mate. So you're going to see me on camera for what, 40 minutes, 50 minutes today and think, oh, he's so negative in life, bro. You ain't got the fucking first idea what my life's like, mate. My life is super chilled, mate. Yeah, until I start streaming and talking about football. Yeah, cricket and rugby are on. Of course they are. Of course they are, Benjamin. Of course they are. F1's still on. There you go. Why is football the only sport to be cancelled? Because they're overpaid, pampered millionaires that just got to wrap them up in cotton wool, didn't we, mate? Got to wrap them up. Let's wrap them all up. Lee is a real one. Thank you very much. Are you on with rants today? Yes, I am on with rants today, actually. Yes. In about 2.5 hours, 6 p.m. Spanish time. So what, 5 p.m. UK time. So yeah, F1 is still on. It's mad. It's actually mad. It's actually mental, isn't it? F1 isn't in the UK though. Exactly. And this is, yeah, F1 isn't in the UK though, mate. But apparently, I ain't going to say what I wanted to say, don't I? But anyway, what you need to understand, a lot of people, is Thomas Tuchel still sacked? Well, listen, Chelsea haven't even been allowed to officially unveil their manager. The press conference after the game last night was cancelled. The press conferences today have been cancelled. Like, at the end of the day, why is football the one that's got to suffer here? Like, people say, oh, you're so inconsiderate. Well, I'm not a royalist. It's sad that she's died. Yeah, it genuinely is. Yeah, but it's part and parcel of the world. People come and go every day. Like, with all due respect, they do. It's mad. Kool-Aid Luke, Top Gunners will say it's much needed rest. No, Top Gunners are fuming, which is even more funny. Selective outrage gunner. Mate, whatever. It's mad. Yeah, but Top Gooners are fuming. They're actually fuming, which takes me back to when we had the game cancelled against Tottenham. Do you remember that? The North London derby was cancelled and Top Gooners were telling people like me that wanted the game to go ahead that, oh, you're so toxic and negative. You want us to lose. We can't field an eligible team. Well, really? Really? We couldn't field an eligible team. And guess what? We then went and got spanked 3-0 and Top Gooners were walking out after 46 minutes anyway. Yeah, so it's funny because now it's the opposite way round. Now Top Gooners want the game to go ahead because guess what? We're top of the table. Yeah, absolute wasters, a lot of them. Yeah, anyone that was sitting there giving it the big one to me, Kenny and other people, Jez and a few others that wanted the game to go ahead. I think Dan wanted the game to go ahead as well. Oh, you just want us to lose. Right, okay, so now you all want the games to go ahead. Now what's the excuse then? Oh, what, because we're top of the table? Can't have your cake and eat it, people. Yeah, either stick to a stance and stick to it properly. Yeah, because you never know when it's going to come back to bite you on the backside, isn't it? You can't have, oh, well, let's cancel the Tottenham game last season, but, oh, let's let all the games go ahead now. Make your minds up. Do you want games cancelled or don't you? Because last season you did because it benefited Arsenal, but now it doesn't benefit Arsenal because Liverpool have all their players back. Make your mind up. Unbelievable, Jeff. It is actually unbelievable, the hypocrisy of a lot of our fans. Mental. Look at the bright side. You can train my Chelsea boys longer for the first time. Big up Graham Potter, by the way. Yeah, fully deserved to get a big job. He's earned his stripes, that fella, mate. From the 4th tier of Swedish football to Chelsea. They should make a film out of that. See, there's a lot of people in this chat or most of the people in this chat that don't want to have football cancelled. There's a few that do, and good luck to you. If that's what you want, cool. Yeah. But most of the people in this chat don't want football cancelled. Yeah, most of the people on the Premier League's tweets about football being cancelled don't want it cancelled. Massive. No, I know it wasn't at me, mate. I know it wasn't at me. I know it wasn't. Big up LJ, man. Come on, I know it wasn't. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm in the zone, bro. I'm in the zone. Apologies if I came across rude to you, mate. Yeah, but if you're going, they didn't read the room properly. But this is unfortunately what these powerful football clubs can do. They can sit there and they can just dictate when the games are played, when we have to lap it up and when we don't have to lap it up. They can dictate anything. They're in control because it's their football clubs. You know, at the end of the day, we're just a paying customer. That's how they see us. We're customers. Yeah. And this is why when people sit there and say to me all the time, yeah, but you need to understand that the football club care and the football club this, and they're trying to do, they genuinely do not care about you. Stop thinking they do. These football clubs only care about their income. Yeah, and their exposure and their sponsorship deals. They genuinely do not care about the match day fan. They don't. We've seen it for years. How many times do fixtures get rescheduled at the last minute for Sky TV or BT Sport or like stuff like that? They schedule it bang, just like that. So all the people that have booked their ticket 2 months in advance, yeah, as a silver member or an away member that have booked their away tickets for Old Trafford, for example. I think last time we played at Old Trafford, weren't it on a Wednesday night? 8 o'clock kickoff on a Wednesday night in Manchester. Now, if you want to go to that game and you've booked that game knowing that it was supposedly going to be on a Tuesday night or a Monday night, and then they reschedule it to a Wednesday, now you can't go. But they don't tell you they're going to reschedule it when you book your ticket. Now you can't get your money back. Yeah, now you've booked your train ticket. Now good luck trying to get that back. You might have booked your flights. Now good luck getting that back. These football clubs should reimburse every single person that can actively prove that they have spent money that they can now not get back. Yeah. If you've booked a flight, if you've booked a train, and if you've paid for a ticket that is not on your season ticket for them games at the weekend, you should be able to get every single penny of that back via the football club because it's their decision to cancel it this weekend, not yours. Yeah. It's not your fault they've cancelled football. Yeah. And if I read out the statement again for all the people that have joined late, which I will, smash the likes up, guys. Let's hit 1,000 likes in this rapid. I am on with Rants in a while, 5 p.m. UK time on his Twitch channel, Rants and Bants Official. But as a mark of respect to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, this weekend's Premier League match round will be postponed. After a meeting this morning, Premier League clubs paid tribute to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II. To honour her extraordinary life and contribution to the nation, and as a mark of respect, this weekend's Premier League match round will be postponed, including Monday night's games. Further updates regarding Premier League fixtures during the period of mourning will be provided in due course. Now, number one, like I said right at the top of the show, not everyone is a royalist. Not everyone is interested in the royal family. Yeah, so now they're trying to force feed a mourning period on people. Cool, mourn. I accept that. I understand that. A large percentage of people do care and have actively been upset and affected by it. Cool. But how many football fans that have commented on this post, which, by the way, has so far got, where are we? Have they deleted it? They've deleted the post. Have they deleted it? No, it's there. Okay, it's there. It's actually got 20,000 quote tweets. 20,000 quote tweets. And I guarantee you can't go through them all, of course. Yeah, but I guarantee if you go through them, 99.9% of people that are actively football fans, not monarchy fans, not royalists, football fans, 99% of the comments on there from football fans are saying, why? We want to watch our games this weekend. This is our release. We suffer from issues in our life, i.e. high gas and electric prices, struggling to pay bills, but we already had our season tickets. We already have our trains booked. We already have this. Why can't we go to our games this weekend and have that release from the day-to-day life, day-to-day struggle? Yeah. The fact and reality is these Premier League football clubs have all actively decided between them. The Premier League haven't just cancelled football. The Premier League football clubs have taken the vote between them and cancelled football. Any excuse not to play the games, any excuse to have a rest. Let's not forget, these people are athletes. They're paid fortunes to entertain and to play football and to entertain millions of people, billions of people around the world. Any opportunity to cancel it, they will. It is insane. It is insane. But what do I know? What do I know? Let's carry on, guys. Remember that she was an Arsenal fan. I remember Arsene Wenger went to, I think the Arsenal team went to the Palace, didn't they? I think we're the only football club to go to the Palace. If fans didn't stop the Euro Super League, the Big Six would still go ahead with their hardcore fan. Bro, fact, if the Super League was going on right now, this wouldn't be cancelled, would it? But the Premier League it is. Mad. Cricket's continuing. Rugby is continuing. F1 is continuing. All European football around European countries is continuing. It is insane. Big up to everyone in this chat, man. There's 2,500 of you nearly in here. Yeah, that's a great comment. Great comment. My man says you're a knob. Yeah, I'm a massive knob, mate. Thanks for watching a massive knob. You got nothing better to do. Why don't you go and watch the footage? It's all over the news, mate. Why don't you go and watch that instead? Why are you here watching me if I'm a knob? I'm a huge knob, mate. Cheers. Big up. The footballers will still be paid. Fact. They're not going to lose a week's money, are they? Not going to lose a week's money. There's a World Cup on the way. Come on, leaders, a World Cup on the way. Well, that's got nothing to do with Premier League football, mate. Big up to Lee Chappie. Go and subscribe to Lee Chappie, people. Big up to you. What's happened to your football club, bro? Real talk. You've lost a goalkeeper and it's all gone tits. Pubs are open, work is open, dentists are open, doctors, schools, DMs are open. I should have proofread that. Ah, dear, but football is closed. Only football in England is closed, my friend. The Great North Run is going this weekend, if anyone wants to watch that. Should we do a watch along for that? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. It is mad. Big up Mark Smith, man. Come on, real one. Real one. Big up to Joe Skiller as well. Bro, this is the thing. There's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that ain't interested. Now they've had their excitement, their enjoyment, and their release from day-to-day struggles in life taken away from them because multi-billion-pound football clubs have decided they want a week off. Mad. Actually mad. The tennis is still on. There you go. The US Open's on. Is golf on? Is the boxing cancelled tomorrow? I think the boxing got cancelled, didn't it? The women's boxing. I think that's been cancelled tomorrow. They don't think about other people, mate. That's the problem. It's all about, oh, let's just Why would you want to cancel football? Real talk. Because next weekend is going to be the funeral anyway. So that weekend will be cancelled as standard. When there's a state funeral, football will be cancelled. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? Unless I'm wrong here. Has there ever been a state funeral in England where the football's continued? I'm pretty sure it hasn't. I'm not sure, 100. But in my lifetime, I don't think when there's been a state funeral, football's continued. I may be wrong. But there we go. Let's continue. There you go. Cracking comment. Big up Joshua. Mad. Actually mad. Big up to Owain as well. Clowns calling you a knobbit. They're here watching. Bro, they're watching. They are knobbites. That's funny. Bro, they do it all the time. I find it hilarious. Like, oh, I don't like you, so I'm going to come and watch you and tell you you're a knob. Cheers, mate. You've boosted the algorithm. US final this weekend. Men's final. There you go. Women and men's final this weekend for the US Open. Crazy. Fact, bro. Fact. We see that for 2 years when people were walking around with face nappies over their head, which it even states on the box, does absolutely nothing. Man, cancel culture is alive. Yes, it is. Looking forward to watching the games this weekend. Now they've cancelled games just because a person passed away. Well, listen, it is pretty much the basic terms, yeah. I understand a lot of people like and respect the Royals. There's millions that don't as well. There's millions that ain't interested in it. But they are interested, however, in football. And they have spent a lot of money to go to the games this weekend. And now their weekends have been turned upside down. Yeah, and now they've got to fight and spend more money in phone calls, time, money, and effort to try and get their money reimbursed in a time when money is hard to come by. Crazy. Actually crazy. You're a nice Arsenal fan that speaks facts. I'm a United fan. Big up to you, mate. What happened to your lot last night? Crazy. Actually crazy. How about some FIFA streams during this so-called morning? Bro, I've not played FIFA for about 6 months and I'm not missing it. Shout out to Lee Chappie. I nearly died at the comment. Bro, that comment was hilarious. I can't lie. My missus is still open. You lot are savages. I swear. It's mad. A week, why not 2 weeks, a month? Bro, next weekend's going to be cancelled as well, because that's when the state funeral is going to be, apparently. So next weekend's round of football will be cancelled. So that means that we will have Everton cancelled this weekend and then Brentford away cancelled next week. Both of them games will now be rescheduled for next year, because there's no way in a million years they can schedule them for this season, for this year, yeah, because of the World Cup. So now it's going to go into January, February, March, whenever they can squeeze them in. Yeah, it's mad. It is actually mad, isn't it? Big up to everybody in this stream, man. Come on. Big up to everyone in Gunner's stream showing me love. Bro, what's happened, man? Tell me. This chat's flying through, mate. Oh, it's your birthday. I've just seen it. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. Big up to you, man. I wish I was a toddler again. No, I'm joking. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Big up to Martin's Akinola. The royal family is a tourist attraction. Well, listen, it's part of schools across the world, isn't it? You get taught it in schools. It's part of education around the world. Yeah, Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, House of Commons, House of Lords, all of this. It's taught all around the world. So it is big, big business. It is big, big business, bro. I know other sports are going ahead, but for me, it don't feel right to play football. Still upset from yesterday, bro. Keep smashing it. Bro, football is not going to change anything, man. She's not. She was 96, bro. She had a long life. Yeah, I just don't understand, in my opinion, why people can't go out and enjoy themselves this weekend. Crazy. You know, maybe everyone in this chat should phone in work tomorrow and say, I'm not coming in. Yeah, I'm having a period of mourning. I'm not coming into work today. Yeah, I wonder how quick you get told you're getting a verbal warning or a written warning or something. And big up, man. Brothels are still open. Bro, everything's open in England apart from the football. And the boxing. The football and the boxing in England are cancelled. Are cancelled. So next weekend's games are going ahead then? Is that what you're saying, Nestface? Next weekend's games are going ahead because the funeral's on a Monday. It's supposed to be 10 days after the passing. The passing was on a Sunday. Would have made it next Sunday, mate. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know when the funeral is. I'm relying on you lot in the chat to tell me. So they're going to play football next Saturday and Sunday. In fact, let's have a look at the Premier League fixtures. Was there any Premier League fixtures next Monday? A week Monday? Premier League fixtures. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No Premier League fixtures next Monday anyway. So we could potentially still be playing Brentford. Well, either way, whoopee. We should be playing Everton this weekend, mate. Big up to Alex. I love the authenticity as always. Pity you support Arsenal. Big up to you, mate. Yeah, big up Millwall Alf. Spot on, bro. Spot on. Yeah, let's see if Trevor Sinclair's been sacked yet. Has he been sacked yet? Has he been sacked? Does anyone know if he's been sacked? There's nothing showing on Google search. But I'd expect him to be sacked because that's the way of the world, isn't it? You're not allowed to have your own opinion that doesn't conform. It's all about conformity, not non-conformity. The Premier League wasn't cancelled for the 9-year-old tragically murdered in Liverpool. There you go, bro. That's what I'm saying. You're opening this up, and people are saying, yeah, but she was a monarch. She was there for 70 years, and yes, she was. There's a lot of people that ain't interested, bro. And if people don't like the way I'm delivering it, I genuinely don't care less. Yeah, I wasn't interested in it. Yeah, I wasn't interested in the royal family. I wasn't interested in all of that. Sad that she's died, but people die every day. Real talk. Yeah, we've all lost somebody close to us at some point. Yeah, it could be us next. It could be you next. There's a lot of people hoping it's me next, but I'm still here, alive and well. Big up to Stephen Featley, man. Big up, bro. Big up, mate. Big up to Darren John on Facebook. How much money is lost by all games off yet McDonald's as the pubs can continue doing business? It should be all or nothing, rare circumstances. Facts, bro. Is EastEnders cancelled tonight? Does anyone know if it's still going to air tonight? Is that cancelled? I don't know. Coronation Street, is that on? Anthony, you're a joker. I nearly read that live. Love, bro. Other sports are going ahead in the UK, apart from the boxing at the O2, mate. That's cancelled. But the rugby, cricket, all of these other sports are going ahead this weekend, mate. Mad. In 2 weeks' time, we have an international break. It's going to be a month before Prem's back. Well, listen, if they do cancel the games next weekend, and if I read the statement out again, 1 second, I'll read the bottom of the statement out. It does actually state on it. Where is it? It does actually state on it. Further updates regarding the Premier League fixtures during the period of mourning will be provided in due course, i.e. next weekend's fixtures. Obviously, there is a state funeral paid for by, like Ant says, mad. But yeah, from what they're saying, it's basically going to be done in due course. For me, that means the Premier League teams are going to sit down again and go, fuck it, let's have another week off. Then it's international break. So then we get another week off. So then by the time we play Tottenham, we've had 3 weeks off, apart from the Europa League game against PSV, which will go ahead because it is a European competition. So that will go ahead. But the Premier League just decide that if they want to cancel football, boy, we're cancelling football based off of what the Premier League teams have voted on. So anyone who's joined late, it would have been the Premier League teams via their statement at a meeting this morning, Premier League clubs. So every Premier League club paid tribute to Her Majesty. Then we've decided to postpone this round of games. So every single Premier League club today had a representative from that club in a meeting with the chiefs of the Premier League and took a vote and decided to cancel this weekend's round of games. There is now a massive hornet in my house. Again, wait there while I get rid of this motherfucker. Smash the likes up, guys. You can do it, guys. You can do it, guys. Bosh, it's gone. Just like that. You should see the size of the hornets out here. They're massive. But yes, they've decided that this week's round of games are cancelled. Next week's round of games will probably be cancelled. Then there's an international break. So then we could potentially not be playing a game in the Premier League until Spurs on the 1st of October. So I hope that answers the question, Chelsea OG. They're not cancelled at the moment. EastEnders is on tonight. There you go. Why don't they cancel EastEnders out of mark of respect? Why not cancel EastEnders? Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I'm still here. I'm going to do another 5-10 minutes or so. He speaks the truth. Bro, a lot of people don't like the truth. Mad, isn't it? Mad. Oh, it's on BBC Two tonight instead of BBC One. It's not been cancelled, though, is it? It's not been cancelled, no? Cool. So EastEnders is going ahead just on a different channel. So they can force people that ain't interested in this to sit and watch it on every single TV channel, pretty much. Cool. 604 likes. Come on, smash the likes up, people. We are currently on, actually, 638. So let's make sure we get that up to 1,000. Come on. 362 likes to go. I'm going to keep streaming for about another 10 minutes. So you've got me here for a while longer. Let's get that up to 1,000 likes. There's 2,221 people watching live. Big up to everyone, man. I think it peaked at 2.3K a while ago. The more likes, the more people turn up. Let's go through some more of these comments. These hornets, they ain't even no joke, bro. I don't know why you're laughing. These hornets are about this big, mate. Yeah, and even if they're dead, their sting can still sting you. They're no joke. They're not to be effed with out here, boy. Trust me. They're not to be effed with. These, these hornets are a joke. How is cricket still on? Presumed the league can't go back and say they've changed their decision. No, of course they can't. That would just be a PR disaster. Of course they can't. Bro, if you go and look at the Premier League's tweet, right, and go and have a look at all of the comments on it, you'll be struggling to find somebody who agrees with that decision. Yep, big up to this comment from the Demon Nat. Yeah, a month off. This will become a trend now. It'll happen more often. 100, bro. If the games are cancelled next weekend, it'll be about, what, 21? About 21, so about 3 weeks off. Yeah, that'll become more of a trend. And then what will happen is you'll find that there won't be, eventually, a pre-season. It'll just be they'll have a week off here, 3 weeks off there. So you'll have football all 12 months of the year eventually, just with a 3 week gap here and a 3 week gap there and a 3 week gap there. But football will go from August all the way around to July. Yeah, and then the new season will start again in August, 3 weeks later. Yeah, I'm telling you, that'll come. That'll come. This is where we're going with this, mate. Trust me. But rugby's still on. Cricket's still on. F1's still on. Mad. Smack it up. Smack. Bosh. No, I don't. I'm not touching hornets, bro. You're crazy. Yeah, I just open the door and stand back like that. I'm actually more scared of moths than I am hornets, which is mad because a moth, you just, and they go to dust. Hornets can actually put you in hospital. Big up to everyone in here, man. When will the postponed games be played? Most likely, my friend, in January or February, because the fixture schedule is insane. Facts. That comment's spot on. Spot on, bro. Did the Hornet have an Arteta in scarf? Bro, I've had a couple in here recently because I've got that patio door closed, but I've got like L-shaped patio doors, so one there and then one there. And so I can open them, but I haven't got that one open. Normally they just fly straight through. Yeah, but that one, they just headbutts the flipping other patio door. At least Partey will be fit by then. Well, international break, he might not be, bro. Because he's on international break. He's been called up for the team. No doubt he'll get injured in international duty. But yeah, Liverpool have most of their squad back by then as well. So it ain't great for either of us, really. It's good for, well, it is good for both of us in terms of getting your squad back, but it ain't good if Liverpool have got their full squad back, is it? Rant's futsal game also got cancelled. Mad. Ola's son's grassroots game got cancelled. So yeah, we're going to be, if football's cancelled next weekend as well, we're going to be the August and September champions, aren't we? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why are they all on Trevor Sinclair? He put a tweet out last night, mate. I'm not going to read it, but if you search Trevor Sinclair tweet, I'm sure you'll find it. But yeah, he's actually deactivated his Twitter account, apparently. Come fix us, George. Big up, bro. Hope you're well. She was an Arsenal fan. She would have wanted the games to continue. Well, exactly, bro. Yeah, the fact and reality is football is the national sport of the country. And it's one of the only sports cancelled. Make it make sense. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Anthony, you're trying to get me cancelled today. I swear, mate. I swear. Thank you, nevertheless. Lee, have you ever wondered why fans are so sensitive nowadays? Chelsea fans are crying, moaning over Tuchel being sacked. Unfortunately, mate, when you've had years and years of cancel culture, you're not allowed to say anything these days. You have to conform to what the popular opinion is, mate. Otherwise, they want you cancelled. I see it every day. Every time I go on Terry's show, why do you get him on? Get him off. Cancel him. Get him off. Yes, because they don't like other people's opinions. Terry does 3 shows a day. I'm on 1 in a week. He does 21 shows a week. I'm on 1 of them. Don't watch that one, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you for that, buddy. Big up to Ben. Champions League and World Cup winner predictions. I wonder what would happen if it was the World Cup this weekend. Opening ceremony. Would they have cancelled that? Would the England national team be allowed to travel? Interesting. Champions League winner. I'm going to say Man City. I think now they've got Haaland. I think Man City, although they've not been great this season, by the way. I don't think they've played very well at all. But they do this, City, don't they? They start off a little bit slow every now and again, then they just go on a relentless run. World Cup winner. That's interesting because France have got a very good team. They have got a very good team. But you can never discount the Germans, man. You can never discount the Germans and Brazil either. But if I was to put money on it, I'd say France, but that's probably the most obvious choice. Every year, everyone gets hype about Belgium. They're just a team of individuals, mate, and egos. They're not an actual team. Mad, isn't it? But thank you for that, mate. Darren Thorpe says the golf is now resuming tomorrow in England as well. Crazy. So I'm saying, bro. Mad. Arsenal will end up playing only 1 league game in a month in the month of September. That's crazy. Also, what's Golden Child about? Oh, because I'm in the mud, mate. So I just called myself Golden Child because I got a nice golden tan. But I'm in the mud. Although I wasn't in the mud from Sunday evening all the way through till Thursday evening. Didn't see anyone say I was in the mud. But then Arsenal beat a bunch of farmers from Switzerland. I'm back in the mud again. And I shouldn't be allowed to say that our players sitting there crying that he scored a goal. I'm not allowed to have a go at that. I'm not allowed to say, grow up and like, you know, why are you crying? Oh, but he made it. He's made it. Well, he hasn't, has he? He scored 1 goal in the Europa League against a shit team. Let's be real. Oh, but they're champions. They're 1 from bottom in the league. Yeah, champions in a league that is worse than pretty much most leagues in the world. But I'm not allowed to say that because that doesn't conform, mate. And if you don't conform, they want you cancelled. Yeah, we've got 1 game at the moment in September. And unless we play the game against Brentford. But as it stands, we've got 1 game in September and then we've got 9 in October. The math ain't mathing. What clown decided to put an international break in September anyway, when there's a World Cup coming up? Madness. Madness. Cricket is on. Rugby is on. Golf is on. This country is so used to useless gestures now. Thank you, Shambles. Factual information, as always, my friend. That's how it is, unfortunately, mate. Yeah, it's now fashionable. I mean, I've seen super fans last night saying that they were upset by the news. They were that upset they carried on watching the game and then decided to do a fan cam. Like, if you were so upset, why don't you go home and cry? Like, real talk. I was so upset. We were all so upset that we stayed and watched the game and then did fan cams. Fuck off. You just jumped on a hype because you knew everyone was going to be talking about the Queen. So we got to get the Queen in the title because that'll get us a bit more traction. It's people, man. Big up to Sargazo. Tierney and Partey have been flops due to injuries. Tierney is overrated defensively. Robertson's better defensively than him. I'm not having no slander to wifey, boy. That is the real one right there. Kieran Tierney FC, bro. Robertson is pretty decent, to be fair. But I think Tierney's better. Just my opinion, though, mate. Just my opinion. Are you a Liverpool fan by any chance? Are you a Liverpool fan? Big up to Delware. Thank you for the super chat, Sargazo. Appreciate it. I've lost all of my money because of this. What wrecks my head is that other sports are on. Big up Lee in the chat. Hornets out. Delboy, I'd email the football club, mate, and ask them to reimburse you your flights and everything. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not a great deal of money from where you live. Yeah, but I'd email the football club, mate. Real talk. Yeah, email them. You've paid for a ticket for the game as a non-season ticket holder, which means that you've done it on a membership, not part of your season ticket that you've already paid for. So anyone who's got a season ticket that's going to the game, they won't get a refund because it'll just be on there for when it's rescheduled. But anyone who's actively had to pay money out for an individual football match should email their football clubs, in my opinion. Like, the football clubs chose to cancel football. It's in the statement that I'll read again. After a meeting this morning, Premier League clubs paid tribute to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II to honour her extraordinary life and contribution to the nation, and as a mark of respect, this weekend's Premier League match round will be postponed, including Monday evening's game. Further updates regarding the Premier League fixtures during the period of mourning will be provided in due course. So every single Premier League football club had a representative in the meeting. So if you've lost money for flights, transport, accommodation, your match day ticket is an individual standalone match day ticket. If it was me, I'd be emailing the football club saying I want my money back. Yeah, for everything. Yeah, but they won't. They'll pass the buck. They might give you the money back for the ticket if you're really lucky, but they probably won't. They'll say, no, you can use it for when it's rescheduled. But when it's rescheduled for January, February, March, whenever it'll be, because it ain't going to be this year, you might not be able to go, mate. You might not be able to get time off work. You might not be financially in a position to go when that happens. Things change just like that. So yeah, if it was me in that position, I'd be telling them I want my money for the lot. But then they'll go, I'll go and speak to whatever train provider it was, whatever flight operator it was, and they'll pass the buck. Yeah, they chose to cancel the game. The Premier League football clubs have actively chosen to cancel the games. So it ain't necessarily the flight company. It ain't necessarily the train company. It's not necessarily the hotel that you've booked. It's not their fault that the game's cancelled. It's not your fault the game's cancelled. It is on the multi-billion-pound football clubs that actively took the decision collectively to cancel this weekend's round of games. So if it was me, just my opinion, I would be looking for reimbursement from the people who cancelled the game. But what do I know? And big up Teddy. This is a joke. We're basically living dictatorship. Forced and told what to do. Don't support and then stand and mourn someone I don't even know or respect. Well, bro, that's how it is, unfortunately, mate. If you don't conform, you've got no compassion or sympathy, mate. That's what I was being told last night when somebody asked me, and I said, genuinely sad that it's happened, but life goes on for me and for everyone else. But people don't like that, do they? They don't like the fact that you're just saying what you think. That's now seen as controversial, speaking your mind. You know, you're not allowed to say what you think anymore because it's controversial, because there's so many people that want to get people cancelled because they're so soft that they can't accept another person's opinion that doesn't agree with theirs or the popular opinion. There's so many people on social media that genuinely don't give a shit about this situation. with what happened yesterday. But it'll get them a load of traction on the internet. So now they're all popping out of the woodwork. Oh, well, I ain't seen you mention this woman at all, but I have seen you, however, mention her son. What do I know? What do I know? I don't know. I don't know. But there we go. There we go. What do I know, mate? Lee, at least you can have time to coach the Chelsea players. Big up to you, Rodrigo. Rodrigo Rodders. I like that name. Good name, mate. Bro, what happens? What just happened is the equivalent of the cancelling of the NFL week due to the president dying. People would lose their ish if that happened here. There you go. The Ukrainian teams are still playing football, by the way. What do I know? Do you watch cricket? Nope. I don't watch cricket. Tierney's definitely overrated. You leave my left back alone. Oh dear. Exactly, bro. Big up to Muanhad. I think I've got that name right, my friend. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Come, we're touching 800 likes. Let's get this to 1,000. Did you do a fantasy football? Says Nick. No, I didn't. I didn't. This is a joke. Premier League chose to cancel it. The Premier League chose to cancel it based on the Premier League teams voting, mate. They all had a meeting this morning and decided collectively it was the best thing to do. Yeah, every single Premier League club had a representative in the meeting. It says it on their statement. After a meeting this morning, Premier League clubs paid tribute to Her Majesty, which means Premier League clubs all had a representative in the meeting. That's what I'm reading from that, unless I'm completely thick. Although a lot of people do think I'm thick. Right, let's have a look at England Rugby account. You said, let's have a look at England Rugby. Let's have a look. What have the England Rugby said? England Rugby. England Rugby. Let's have a look at their statement. On behalf of the Rugby Union community in England, all at the Rugby Football Union are very saddened to hear the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and offer our condolences to the whole royal family at this moment, with a picture of Her Majesty on there. They've then put out Rugby Football Union have issued a statement saying game updates. Rugby Union will go ahead this weekend. The official guidance we have received from the government is that there can be respectful continuation of all sport this weekend at all levels, which is true. The government did say every sport can go ahead. So again, anyone who's joined late, this is on the Premier League football teams, because the government stated football and sport in this country can continue as normal. And the overwhelming opinion shared so far within the game are that teams and supporters want to come together to honour Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, to be united in our grief as we express sorrow at her passing. Rugby, at its heart, is about community and bringing people together in good times and in sad. Rugby clubs are a source of strength and support during times of uncertainty, and we hope that by enabling games and other rugby activities to go ahead this weekend with families, friends, congregating, it will help us all unite at this time of national mourning. We strongly encourage all those playing the sport this weekend to respectfully pay tribute to Her Majesty the Queen by holding a minute's silence ahead of all fixtures this weekend. This is an opportunity for teams from different areas to join together in honouring and celebrating her life. For clubs who have outdoor screens or for clubhouse televisions, graphics will be available to display via englandrugby.com/resources later today. That, my friends, is how you issue a statement. Yeah, that is how you issue a statement. Not, oh, let's just get all the Premier League chiefs in and just, do you know what? Do you want a week off, lads? Want a week off? Let's have a week off. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. But what do we know? We're negative, mate. Lee, big up the channel. I had a mad multi on Ladbrokes. Big up to you, the captain's corner. How much? How much, my friend? And thank you for the super chat, mate. Appreciate it. Is that part of the winnings? Great show, says Leroy. Big up Leroy, man. Come on. Give a big shout out to Nate Diaz on the win for tomorrow UFC. Big up Nate Diaz. They should cancel all forms of entertainment to be consistent. If they are cancelling sports, best not cancel any. Well, like I said, for anyone who's joined late, the government did actually state that all sporting events and activities can go ahead as normal. The Premier League football teams have actively come together to decide that they should not play the games this weekend, all the way through down to grassroots football is cancelled, including Rance's futsal, cancelled. But cricket, you've just heard the statement. That is how you issue a, sorry, not cricket, rugby. That is how you issue a statement. Well done to the rugby. Well done to the Rugby Union. FCZ is second last. Lost 4 strikers, 3 on a free. And the other one to Leeds played a midfielder as a striker. The whole club could be purchased for 34 million. Lol. Yeah, I was at the game yesterday. Was you at the game? Big up to you, my friends. And yeah, you can purchase, I see it on Transfer Market actually. You can actually buy the whole football club of FC Zurich for 34 million, which is less. Well, it's actually in 34 million euros, which is actually what we paid for Teabag, who was holding his own pockets in midfield yesterday. Madness. Cheers, guys. And thank you for the donation, my friend. Appreciated. That is the way it should be done. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Rugby League actually has a backbone. Blue Collar Sports says a lot of working class only have football to look forward to. Joke of a decision. Feel for the people who won't be getting refunds. Facts. Facts. Some of your comments are funny, man. Am I doing a show with Rance? Yes, I'm live with Rance in 2 hours on his Twitch channel. So make sure you come and join him. Big up Cole Rossi. Love, bro. Always. The boxing in London is off. Yes. Who's Teabag? Fabio Vieira, bro. He looks like Teabag. All football in England is cancelled this week. The boxing's postponed. Yes. Apparently TalkSport have issued a statement about Trevor Sinclair. I guarantee before I even load up their page, I guarantee he has been sacked. I guarantee he has been sacked. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at TalkSports. Trevor Sinclair will not be on air while we carry out a thorough investigation into the circumstances and timing of his tweets. While we respect the right of Trevor to express his opinion on his personal Twitter account, TalkSport does not endorse the tweet. Well, I'm pretty sure, mate, he never asked for your fucking endorsement. Yeah, it's his Twitter account. What part of this are they missing? It's his Twitter account. He can say what he wants on it. Football is an outlet for a lot of people, says Alexander. Absolute facts, bro. Absolute facts. Facts. Ace says, it's a joke cancelling Premier League matches. Have you seen the Arteta out merchandise on the Instagram? I haven't seen anything on Instagram, bro, but I will take a look when I'm free. I do need to pop out in a minute, so I probably should wrap this up. Big up Sean O'Riordan. He says, I would understand if she was assassinated in her prime. She lived a long, affluent life. No need for mourning. It should be a celebration, not cancellation. There you go. There you go, bro. And like I said, rugby have issued a great statement as to why they're going to continue with their rounds of games this weekend. It's mad. This guy on Facebook has put this comment in 3 times. So I'm going to read it out for you, mate, because you obviously want highlighting. Well done, mate. You've had your 5 seconds of fame. Well done. I'm a pollution to the fan base. Well done. Well done, mate. Well done. You're probably still walking around with a face nappy over your mouth, mate, that has been proven not to do anything. But thanks, mate. You've had your 5 seconds. Well done. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's carry on. I do find TalkSport's comments funny, by the way, because it's his own Twitter account. And whether you agree with what he said on his Twitter account or not, it's his own opinion. This is the same company that employ other people that have actually done other things as well, by the way. and serve time, by the way. But that's okay. That's okay. It's jobs for the boys at that company. We already know that anyway. We already know that anyway, don't we? But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up in a second. I'm going to wrap this up. Next weekend's games could be off. Yes, you're right. They could be off. Big up to Guna Resh. Love for the love, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, buddy. And yeah, man, it's a bit of a madness. And thank you, bro. You could have put a comment in. You could have wrote in there, mate. You could have put a comment in. But thanks very much, nevertheless, mate. And appreciate it as always. You're always here as well. Love. It is. It's a face nappy, bro. And it's been actively proven not to do anything. Bro, I see somebody, when I was driving out of here the other day, I'm not even lying, when I was driving out of here and coming up to the gates of the urbanisation, like, you have to press a fob and they open. Right? So I'm sat there and I'm waiting for them to open, and there's an elderly couple coming in a car, sat with each other with one on their face. So I sat there and I said to the person I was with in the car, I said, do you reckon she wears that when she's round the house with her fella? Because she sat in the car with the fella. Do you reckon when she gets out the car, she's walking around the gaff with it on, doing the hoovering or something? Like, or I don't know, sitting there watching TV with him. Like, does she have it on? I don't really get it, bro. I don't really get it. But big up to everyone, man. Big up to everyone. Lee, we should go in for Tuchel right now. Bro, I'd take you right now. I'd take you right now, my friend. It's mad. It's actually mad. Comment. Hey, that's a funny name as well. Arteta's light bulb. You lot are mad. You lot are actually mad. Right, before we wrap this up, big up to everyone. Big up to everyone who's dropped a super chat in as well. Mad support, mad love as always from you guys, man. Big up to everyone who's dropped a comment in. Big up to everyone who's liked. We're 150 away from 1,000 likes, so smash the likes up. There's still 1,850 people watching this live right now. So if you haven't, big up Normski as well. I see you, bro. I see you. So if you haven't hit the likes, let's get the likes up to 1,000 real quick. And yeah, man, it's been mad. But for anyone who hasn't joined late, just to give you a bit of a recap, Premier League football and all football in England, all the way down to grassroots level, futsal level, the lot has been cancelled this weekend. Rugby will go ahead. They've issued a great statement, by the way, a lot better than the Premier League one. The government said all sporting activities can go ahead. They've not got no qualms with that happening. So the Premier League decided to have a meeting with the 20 Premier League clubs, and the 20 Premier League clubs, the majority, we don't know how many, the majority have come to the conclusion that this weekend should be cancelled. Okay, considering that a lot of our players are not English, I find it even more extraordinary. But there we go. But it's the Premier League. They can do what they like, innit? But there we go. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway. Is this comment for me, Duffers? Bro, you're preaching to the converted, mate. You're preaching to the converted, bro, if that's meant for me. Maybe you're talking to someone else in the chat, mate. Anyway, we don't know whether football's going to be back next weekend. We're going to find out in due course on that one. But there, it's mad. And anyway, all have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you to everybody who's watched the stream. Big up to everybody who smashed a like on it. Big up to everybody who's dropped a donation in, a comment in. Big up to everybody who's viewed it as well. If you're on playback, make sure you hit the likes. 100 likes away from 1,000. We'll hit 1,000 hopefully, and that'll be great. And I'll be back with Rants and Bants official on Twitch in an hour and 45 minutes, guys. So you have a wonderful day, guys. You can do it, guys. And unfortunately, we've got no football this weekend in England. So maybe we should now all start watching the other leagues. And maybe when the Premier League does come back, maybe the viewing figures might drop a little bit and they might start showing us a little bit of respect. And all the people that have wasted their money booking tickets for this weekend that ain't probably going to get it back. But like I said, if it was me and I've booked a flight, a train, a hotel, and a match day ticket that is not part of a season ticket, if it was me, the next thing I'll be doing, if you're in this chat, I'd be getting off of there and going and emailing the football club that I support, whether that be my club, an Arsenal, or whether that be any of your clubs. If you've done any of them things, go and email your football club, because they're the ones that have taken the decision. That's what I'd be doing anyway. And just be mindful when they're dropping the next set of merch, yeah, that these football clubs don't care. Yeah, they only care about money. They ain't interested in you. Hence why they've done this. So yeah, maybe I'll have to do a watch along for a different league game this weekend. I'll have to have a little look on the zone and see which leagues I get, and I might do a watch along for that. But I'll keep you posted, and I'll be back again tomorrow, regardless of that. Anyway, I'm back again with rants in an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, there you go. Contact your local providers as well. Big up, Alf. Yeah, Vamos Villarreal. It could be a Villarreal one tonight, this weekend, Resh. Did they win yesterday? 4-3, right? I think they won 4-3. I think Francis Coughlin scored the winner, right? But big up, man. Love for that big donation as well. Appreciate it, bruv. And to everyone who's put one in as well. And to everyone who's put a comment in. I'm out of here. Adios, amigos. Ateta fuera para siempre. Ciao.